Visual aid, speaking outline, visual aid, couple diagrams. Right. The sky is blue, the sun is shining, and you and some of your closest friends go to a crab house to feast on some quality crabs. The aroma of steaming crabs fills the area as you check out the prices, and you soon realize that this feast is going to cost you an arm and a leg. But there's another option to get your quality crabs, and that's to catch them yourself. Hi, I'm Mike Stripe, and I'd like to inform you today on how to catch crabs using a trot line, from the basic definition, equipment needed, the setup, and how to run it, also how to catch crabs. I would like to first start off by just giving you a general definition of a trot line. According to William Randolph in his book, How to Catch a Crab, a trot line is a baited, hookless, long line anchored to the bottom with two floats. Trot line is one of the most effective methods of catching a crab, or catching crabs, because it allows the crabber to work large areas of water, and that's according to a website, Blue Crabs, using a trot line. Now that you guys know the basic definition of a trot line, we can go ahead and gather the necessary equipment to make a trot line. The equipment needed is pretty straightforward. Good thing about it is once you purchase it once, you can go ahead and use it over and over and over, so it's a great investment. According to Mike Evansberger, a local waterman from the Chesapeake, you can purchase all your equipment from Anglers Sporting Goods, and he recommends these. Small boat from 14 to 16 foot is ideal. Anything bigger makes it more difficult to net your crabs because you're higher off the water. Your main line, which is your trot line, which you'll be baiting, it runs between 200 to 400 feet. And according to Rich Fowler in his book, Catching and Feasting on Blue Crabs, a polyester line works best because it does not stretch and it does not float. You also need 4 15-foot sections of line. You can just go ahead and cut those off your main line. Very easy to get. 2 5-pound anchors. You don't need anything much heavier. You're just trying to keep your trot line securely on the bottom. 2 floats. You can use anything from milk jugs to laundry detergent containers. 2 1-foot sections of chain. Nothing heavy duty, just something to make sure that your line is completely on the bottom. A sturdy crab net. According to William Randolph, in his book, How to Catch a Crab, a wire mesh net works best because the crabs can't cling onto the wire as they would a nylon net. PVC pipe. You don't have to use PVC pipe, but you just need to construct some sort of hook that can attach to the boat that will extend to the side. Guard hose reel, optional. I highly recommend it. It makes it a lot easier to put out the line than bring the line in. If you don't want to purchase that, you can just use an empty bushel basket or any other large container. You need 3 bushel baskets, 2 to fill up if it's a great day. 1 is used to sort your caught crabs from your legal size to your undersized small crabs that you're not allowed to keep. You'll need a ruler to measure your crabs to make sure they are of legal size. I recommend looking up your legal size limit before you go crabbing because sizes can change during the crab season. You'll need 15 pounds of chicken necks. That's ideal for a 400-foot trot line. And according to Peter Mayer in his book, Blue Crabs, Catch 'em, Cook 'em, Eat 'em, chicken necks are very cheap, very inexpensive, and the crabs love them. Now that we have all the necessary equipment it's time to go ahead and put our trot line together. The setup, pretty much now the work begins. Baiting is the first thing you want to do. Baiting your main line, your 200 to 400 foot line. It's pretty much a two-person job. One person will attach one chicken neck every 4 to 5 feet, while the other person reels in the baited line onto the hose reel. The rest of the setup will be done out on the water at your crab site. And this setup process can be found in Rich Fowler's book, Catching and Feasting on Blue Crabs. Let me go ahead and give you a diagram to look at while I go over the rest of the setup. First, you want to take one of your 15-foot sections of line, attach it to an anchor while you're still in the boat, of course. And then attach the other end to one of your floats. And then take another 15-foot line, attach it to the same float and to one of your chain links. When you're done doing that process, throw that anchor, float, and chain with bait line into the water, and then position your hose reel in the back of the boat and slowly drive to the direction that you want your line to go as you let out the baited line off the hose reel. So you pretty much just keep on trucking until you reach the end of your line, which is 200 to 400 feet, whatever you guys want it to be. And as soon as you get to the end of the line, the same process that you did at the beginning of the line is at the end of the line. You pretty much just take your 15-foot line to an anchor, to your float, another 15-foot line from the float to the chain, to the main line. So pretty much when it's all said and done, it'll look like this. Your main line is laying on the bottom with your baited chicken. You got your two floats, and your line is set. So that brings us to running the trot line. Also catching crabs. To run a trot line, according to a website, Blue Crabs Using a Trot Line, you begin at one buoy, doesn't matter which one. You hook your main line, that's one of your 15-foot section lines that's connected to the main line, to your hook that's extending off the boat. And I didn't mention, but you're supposed to attach that as well before running it. So, anyways, you attach it to your hook, or between the hook, and you slowly drive down towards the other opposite float. And as you do that, the line will slowly cruise up from the deep. And if you pick a good spot, you will have a lot of crabs, hopefully. That's the idea anyways. So as you cruise down, the line gradually comes up and goes back down over the hook. Now as you reach the other float, and if all went well, you netted a bunch of crabs, and you had a good time. As you get to the other end, just go ahead and easily flip off that main line off your hook, and it'll just drop back down to exactly to where you placed it before. After you've netted all your crabs, hopefully all went well and you have a bunch of crabs, sorting is your next process. So you use your ruler to sort out all the undersized crabs, throw them back in the river, and place your legal sized crabs in a different bushel basket. And after sorting it, it generally takes about 10 or 15 minutes, hopefully, if you have a lot of crabs. And then it will be time to go ahead and run your line again. It's the same process. Run it as much as you can, either until your bushel baskets are full or until the crabs stop biting. Today I've informed you on how to run a trot line from the basic or general definition, equipment needed, setup, and how to run it. And how to run it. I hope you all now can see that you don't have to go to a crab house to feast on some quality crabs. You can just go out, catch your own using a trot line, and enjoy the outdoors at the same time. Is there any questions?
Nope.
Excellent.
Pocketbook, huh?